Guess so.
Gary will be here at some point.
The following program is a U-Record Studios production. No experts, no insiders, just fans. Marked Out Wrestling Podcast presents Adam Bomb.
I am the Jew that leads the crew, Adam Bomb.
Brian.
I only listen to thrash metal. I fucked it up. Keep going.
The Queen, Kiera.
What's up? Measure, please.
The longest running weekly, overproduced, under-talented, episodic, sometimes buffering, often infighting wrestling podcast.
This is SmackDown.
Welcome to episode 198 of your Marked Out podcast. I am joined by the Lardy Boys tonight here in studio.
The Lardy Boys, baby.
Hell fucking yeah, you are.
I got Fat and Hef here.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on, Hef?
Is that me? That's me, right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm doing great, man. Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure to be here. Thank you so much.
Hi, Brian.
Hey.
Hi. Hey. Golda. What's
Golda.
up, man?
I would like to thank the Academy for this lovely award. I would like to thank Rody Rob. I would like to thank Jesus
I'd like
dying.
to thank the Lord Jesus Christ.
And
Jeez.
I want to thank myself for being awesome.
Wow. Brian, quickly, just before we get to it, why don't you go ahead and intro the extended family?
Yes. We have, I'm Becky Lynch, and I want to marry Noah on the board.
Oh, that's a new one.
That's a good one, yeah. We have Brian York, Daniel Price, Teddy Hart, Christopher Cycleather. We got Juan Rodriguez, Perfect
Wait,
11.
did you say Hitman was here?
I did.
Meet Bitch Brian.
There
I
he
did.
Shit, man.
Shit, man. We got Sierra Ann. What's going on, Sierra?
this one's
the
for-
Twig.
And this one's for Noah.
Yeah.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Ooh.
You know?
She's just 16 years old.
Yeah,
Oh,
everyone's been here
that's
for a little
Sierra
bit.
Ann.
We're getting going, man.
We need to get Benny Mardones on there for Sierra Ann.
Who the
So,
fuck is that?
you know, we're just going to get right into it, so we might as well get this out of the way.
Housekeeping.
Come back later, please.
Here are your Marked Out Wrestling housekeeping notes and weekly schedule. Monday nights at 11:30 p.m. Join us for Monday Night Rawsome. Tuesday nights at 10:15 p.m. SmackDown. The weekly Takedown. Thursdays at 5 p.m. where Brian, Golda, and Rhodey will react and review to the NXT broadcast on the WWE Network. Showtimes are for live YouTube broadcasts. All podcast versions will be available the next day on various podcast providers. Upcoming WWE pay-per-view specials and Marked Out shorts like Rhodey's Rant, Smarts vs. Marks, the Power Slam Dance Show, and Indie McIndie Face will be announced as they are scheduled. Feel free to join us on our exclusive Bubba Radio Army Network show, The Weekly Squash. Visit BubbaRadioArmy.com for listings. Keep the conversation going on Twitter using the handle @SmartMarkShow. You can call our fan line 704-444-0084 or send us an email, markedoutpodcast@gmail.com. Visit markedOutWrestling.com for all other social media networks. Get connected. Get connected. Get connected. Get connected. Get connected.
Go away.
Oh my God!
Said no. Okay, I clean?
No, get out of here.
I stick finger in your mouth? Housekeeping?
Okay.
Okay.
Am I gonna let
Brian.
it breathe? Yeah, go on. Yeah.
We got the Mud Report. We got a lot of fun tonight. We're going to have some trivia and other good shit. Brian's going to let it breathe, and then you can take it away.
They see me rolling, they hating, patrolling and trying to catch me riding dirty, trying to catch me riding.
All right. Cut that fucking music.
Cut my music,
It
goddammit.
breathed.
All right.
Nice English.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, English.
So I want to share with you, gentlemen, and all of you out there listening, just a little story about how recently Y2J kind of went on record for saying that he is one of the reasons why we've been blessed to see the styles clash in the WWE, because for a long time, as we know, that move was banned for a very long time. So recently, Y2J went on a radio show and was basically just saying that he went to Vince and he was using the move and taking the move, but without referring to it as the Styles Clash. So Vince was seeing this move, and he was thinking he was fantastic. And Y2J was like, yeah, AJ should use that as his finisher, right? And Vince was like, by God damn it, yeah, he should. That move is great. Lo and behold, it was the Styles Clash. He just didn't know that was the move, the name of it.
He didn't know that was what was banned by himself?
Yeah, he knew that the Styles Clash was banned, but he didn't actually know what the move was. He just knew that a bunch of guys, namely Yoshitatsu, had gotten injured from it, and there's a few other more too. But I just thought it was funny that, that's just kind of how, out of touch he is a little bit.
But
how do you not know what the Styles Clash is, man?
But there's
He's 80.
Let's just be real. Brian, you took bumps in the ring.
Yes.
There are a lot of ways to injure someone. It's not just the Styles Clash. Okay, Baron Corbin did a simple over-the-top rope. Or not Baron. Big Cass did a simple over-the-top rope move, busted his leg. It can happen so quickly. Triple H was doing a punch when he tore his quad.
Yeah.
He was just doing a straight leg punch. He was doing the sell with the tap and his leg locked up. Anything can happen. So I get also the whole D'Lo Brown thing where he never could recover mentally from injuring draws.
If you look at it, the way AJ Styles does a Styles Clash, it's a very safe maneuver as long as the person taking the move holds themselves kind of up on the legs so they don't slap on the ground.
Well, and keep your chin up so your face doesn't get plowed.
Now, there was a guy in CZW that did a moonsault Styles Clash. I'm pretty sure he murdered the guy that took the move.
Yeah, that was no good. But the one thing that you said, and Adam, you mentioned it, was when you're taking the Styles Clash, you're basically doing the opposite of what you're trained to do in wrestling school. You're supposed to tuck your chin. With the Styles Clash, you're supposed to do the opposite. You're supposed to look directly up so that your face does not get, or your neck does not hit the mat.
You don't want your chin to hit the ground there. It will fuck your neck up. Yeah.
Everybody say hi to Steve Awesome.
Say hi to Steve Awesome.
That's a good analysis there, Brian, though, that it is the exact opposite. What else do you got?
Right. And then speaking of getting injured, as we saw on SmackDown, we saw Xavier Woods. He was hurt in a live event recently.
What did his sign say? I'm sore?
It's sore.
Oh, it's sore.
It was hilarious.
Yeah, he came out with a knee brace, and it seems to be legit.
Yeah, but it works because he can still be the manager on the outside of the ring with a bum leg. He just can't bump.
Yeah, it'll only be for 4 weeks.
The Freebird rule has worked really well for New Day because they've been able to perform through a few injuries between the three of them. Because Big E was out for a little while. Kofi was out for a little while. Now Xavier's out for a little while.
And it's the Freebird rules worked so well. Even Sanity used it at TakeOver.
That's true, right?
So maybe they're just going to embrace it with.
I love it
with the 3-man teams.
Or could we see? I know Ring of Honor's doing it now. A trios belt. Do you think we could see that down the line?
No, there's too many belts.
No.
Yeah.
If there wasn't 2 on each show, I could see there being a tag title that rotates between the shows and a trio title. But you can't have 4 of them.
No.
And you wouldn't have it just on one show and not
it's
the
just
other.
Wishful thinking.
And the new trios champ is the Young Bucks.
It's true.
And
Hangman
right? Page, yes.
The reason I gave Noah's sound effect, he said something on the board here. Ellsworth almost got fucked up from tucking his chin in. I remember that one. That was
and AJ saved his life. Yeah.
Oh, God, if AJ didn't jump and get him clear. Ooh, you're right, Brian, on that one.
Well, Ellsworth isn't exactly the most seasoned of wrestlers.
Yeah,
or actors.
Perfect 11 says Xavier's out up to 4 weeks. MCL sprain.
That's the same thing you just said, right?
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, he's just confirming it.
Yeah, he's confirming it. It's okay. We can do that.
He's a perfect 11.
Yeah, we're all friends.
Brian's maybe a 7.
8.5.
All right.
And finally, we saw it on Raw last night. We saw John Cena and the whole promo with him and Roman.
Oh, yes, we saw it.
Yes. So it seems that they're going to be hot-shotting this for No Mercy, and we're all wondering why is this happening. And it's because of the whole John Cena has that new role in the Bumblebee Transformers movie. However, it also...
I like how the Hollywood skirts this shit all the time.
How so?
This is the final movie in the series, they say, for Transformers.
Yeah, fuck that.
But now they give Bumblebee offshoots and shit like that.
Well, it's a prequel, so I can dig it.
Yeah, but that would be like, okay, this is the final Fast and the Furious, and then Vin Diesel has his own movie by himself that's still the same character.
Well, because I think they knew there was nothing more that they could do with, Optimus Prime and all of that, because it was all watered down. That last movie I saw, it was a total fucking train wreck.
Well, and the whole thing is they were just, we're going to introduce Dinobots and everything. Anyway, we're off topic.
Yeah,
what were you
guys
saying, Brian?
Done jerking off your micro machines?
Yeah, no, it's Transformers. Baby. Don't forget GoBots.
Whatever. So Cena's going to be out, but it also seems that Brock Lesnar is going to be out now, too, which leaves a giant gap in the main event picture right now on Raw.
That could play a lot into everything because No Mercy is a fucking throwaway pay-per-view, and you're putting Braun versus Brock, which people have been dying and waiting to see. The other one, obviously, Cena and Roman. That is kind of a WrestleMania level type of rivalry.
That's the thing, though, with John Cena not being able to wrestle while he's filming this match, filming the movie. That's why they're having this before he goes, and they're saying, "Hey, if we can't do it at Mania, let's do it right now."
Well,
we'll try to fill in the gaps in November and December when Lesnar's out too.
Well, and you weren't on last night, but how does the suspension? Oh yeah, I guess you
kinda.
were. But how was the suspension? For John Bones Jones going to play into Lesnar leaving?
That's true. Yeah, that's true.
Because wasn't that the whole booking and the reason he was leaving?
Honestly, I think he was just using that as a ploy to get more money from Vince to get him to stay.
Yeah, I mean, you both could be right.
Because I think he likes his cushy schedule. He doesn't have to train as hard.
Right.
You know what, though? The sad thing is that Brock got that ridiculous 10-year contract and then left a year in. Brock is getting paid like by the episode. He was probably the most true 1099. Like, he doesn't have to show up every night.
And he's getting hand jobs from Sable.
Well, yeah, I don't know what she looks like now, so it might not be that big.
And from what I read, the reason that
She's got to be like 50.
Another reason that they put Cena on Raw was to help bridge the gap while Brock Lesnar was gone. But then he's like, "Oh yeah, by the way, my movie got moved up. We're shooting in October now."
Yeah, I mean that's why Dwayne had to leave.
But I mean that November, December, I don't know what we're gonna see, but it could be fun. I don't know.
But this every year, between kind of SummerSlam and Rumble, is the time we see other people get pushed. So this might be a good thing. If Brock and Cena are out of the picture, I like what could happen. I like the things that's part of the reason, to segue before we get into the ingredients. That's part of the reason I really like tonight. They worked a lot of people out in SmackDown. It was tough to figure out the 3 key ingredients tonight because they marched so many people out there kind of trying to get that pop test. Who's going to get some notoriety? Who's going to get some main event matches? Who's going to get some pushes between now and Rumble? Because let's face it, if you are not already made from Rumble to WrestleMania, you are on house show rotation. It's simple as that. They're Aiden English, we will not see on TV come Rumble time and to Mania. Stuff like that.
I'm going to finish it with one more.
Okay.
I hope you guys love it. Ready? Making his Ring of Honor debut. We'll see it at the tapings. You'd never fucking get this because I know you don't know.
Okay.
Glacier.
Was he related to Typhoon?
No.
Earthquake?
Well, but
remember
Glacier.
from WCW, the bootleg Sub-Zero?
Oh, no, I don't remember.
Oh, Adam, you are breaking my heart.
I never saw an episode of
You don't know who
WCW in
Glacier
real
is?
time.
Oh,
No.
God.
I know who Mantar is.
Basically, if you take Sub-Zero from the Mortal Kombat series and make him a cheap white person bootleg knockoff with blonde hair, that's
I will
Glacier.
smack your face off of your face.
He's gotta puke!
Sure.
He would smack your nose, but he doesn't want to hurt his hand.
Okay. Anything on the board before we move on?
No, now they're just talking about Sunny pre 2001 over
Oh,
Sable.
man. Sunny all over the
Yeah.
place.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I feel bad for Chris Candido. I really do.
He's
Wasn't
dead.
that? Yeah. I mean, but even then,
What?
wasn't he the husband
Yeah.
that she was cheating? Yeah.
Well,
So I feel bad for him. He's dead. His
oh,
wife cheated on him multiple times with multiple, and some of these guys were his friends. Anyway. Yeah.
Well, he was
What you need to make a good SmackDown is your 3 key ingredients.
Apparently, everybody's calling me out on the chat line there, board, whatever, about not knowing who the fuck Glacier is.
Well, I will say in Adam's defense, he has told us numerous times that he never watched WCW.
that's
back then.
true.
So, I mean, he has said that. He's on record as saying that. So
Yeah.
we can't hate too much because he's WWF through and through. So.
Yeah, and, I mean, I've gone back and I've watched stuff on the network. Special shout out there to Steve Awesome. He's the one who usually, when I come and hang out in the studio in the off hours or whatever, that has some old vintage WCW stuff on there for me to watch. But most of what I've seen is in the highlight DVDs, and I've seen the big matches. I've probably never seen an actual pay-per-view or Nitro all the way through.
The Yeti?
No.
Okay.
I did like, what the hell was it that Edge and Christian did, where they had the one dude try to go through the wall and it worked. The Electrocutioner, Shockmaster.
Shockmaster. Okay.
That was a fucking awful one.
Well, that was really old, so that's kind of like classic, I guess you would say.
Yeah.
That's like 86, 87.
That was a long time, yeah.
Anyway, 3 key ingredients tonight. Number 1, the world's greatest alphas. We'll talk about the whole tag division there. Number 2, the return of the Open Challenge. And number 3, not so united nations. Let's get it started.
Number 1.
World's greatest alphas. We saw Shelton Benjamin looking a little rusty. His moves just weren't as crisp as I remember him. And I say this as a huge Shelton Benjamin fan. I'm not trying to pick on the guy. He looked rusty. I know he's coming back from an injury. I know he's, hasn't wrestled in probably 6 months at least. Not the way you would need to be training for WWE. But there was still something about the mystique of seeing him and Gable work together that got over to me.
Right, and you have to think, like, his Rusty is probably better than 75% of the roster right now.
Oh, absolutely.
So, I'll
long before you tried to do the gold standard, he was the gold standard.
The gold standard.
Let's not forget that.
It's funny to me, though. I don't understand how he can look rusty when he has not 1, but 2 ring generals that he's going against.
You throw your credibility just right the fuck out the window anytime you back the Ascension.
Why?
Because they are, they're the butt of a joke at this point. They
had a competitive match.
They are getting the paycheck more than Heath Slater is. That is all they care about. Their biggest pop in their entire career is to be part of the Fashion Files. Okay.
Hey, get them checks, man. Get them checks.
Right.
Well,
still getting paid.
But anyway, Shelton Benjamin, Chad Gable look like they have some chemistry. It'll be interesting to see if this is not a work, because I think that eventually this is Shelton just saying, fuck you, Chad Gable, and this is going to be a program between the two of them. What do you think about that, Brian? Do you think that works?
I think hold off on that if they're going to do it.
At some point.
Yeah, we just saw Chad Gable break up with his tag team partner, although they didn't really have anything. There wasn't any conflict between the two.
No.
I feel like it might be a little bit quick to do that.
No, maybe after like Survivor Series, let them team together there or something like that.
I have no problem watching them tag, and I have no problem watching them go one-on-one against each other. So sure.
Perfect 11 wants to point out that Shelton Benjamin's 42 years old. I did not realize he was that old.
He doesn't look 42.
Oh, also, I broke Sierra Ann's heart. I told her that Rob was on the show.
Oh, fuck
and she
that
said,
guy.
"Fuck my life."
Yeah. Sorry, Rob's not here. We're gonna have a better show. So the other parts of this topic here, we got to talk about the rest of the tag division, because we actually had 3 sightings of tag teams tonight. The other one is the Usos and the New Day. We'll find out, I guess, next week what the Usos stipulation is for their rematch. But we know Xavier, who has actually stolen the show working really well with the Usos, is not going to be a part of this. What do we think about the other 2 guys? Still going to be a great match, because Usos and New Day, match quality-wise, not just the rivalry, has been where the tag team division I hoped would be the entire division, not just that match. What do you think, Golda?
What if they have an Uso penitentiary match?
Stop it.
Uso penitentiary. As long as it's not as terrible as the Ambrose Asylum match that he did with Y2J. Oh, my God, having to climb up and get all those stupid fucking weapons.
I could see them trying to do something clever with it.
Or like a house arrest match.
Perfect 11 says he would have liked it a bit more if Benjamin and Gable went over some local jobbers instead of the Ascension. And Stike Leather says Shelton and Gable will be the ones who beat the Usos for the title. I would like to see that. Get the New Day away from them a little bit, and figure out, where they're going to go from here. I don't want to just see New Day and Usos go the length of like KO and AJ. I don't want to see that.
No.
And I don't think they can keep us entertained that long. It's working now. Move on. It doesn't have to be against the same team.
And I did mention on our bullet points on the takedown that they're hot-shotting. The plan is to hot-shot the New Day to the record number of title reigns for the tag belts over Edge and Christian and the Hardys.
So they're going to do a Sasha Charlotte type of feud here and have them just drop belt back and forth.
Because I could see them getting the belts again, and then maybe another heel tag team takes them, and then New Day takes them back.
Well, good segue to set up there, Golda. I think that the Fashion Files, all the stuff tonight with the poetry and the to be or not to be, I think it's truly setting up. I hate to say that Rob would be right here, but I think it's setting up the Authors of Pain. And maybe New Day is the one who eventually topple them once they get their hands on the SmackDown titles. Because Fashion Files Season 2, man, tonight, I don't know if I was just in the right mood, but I laughed a lot. There was a lot of good moments there.
Yeah, Rob was dying. I don't know if it was the actual TV or if it was, the recreational stuff.
Well, but Rob had a rough day with his daughter. I think he just wanted to laugh and have some humor in his life.
Yeah, he looked like he was going to fucking go off the handle before.
Hey, that's parent life.
In a good way, though. In a good way.
Well, one of my favorite parts there was Breezango Breeze holding up the belt.
Is it a championship? He's like,
he goes,
no,
that's
it's a belt.
title. No, it's just a belt. Oh, and it's going in the crate. Just stuff like that. They had that was.
Yeah, he
great.
was like, is it a special belt? No, it holds your pants up.
Yeah, it was killing me. Not as much as it was killing Rob, but I liked it. What's the board say for the tag division? Because we actually had one tonight.
Yeah, they're going back. Jonathan Durant brought up an interesting one. He said that Benjamin is the man. He should be in the title scene at SmackDown. I don't know if he's referring to tag title or...
No. I agree with him 100%, but the way I saw him tonight, he's got to get back over, both with the fans and I think the bookers.
He's been gone for nearly 10 years.
Yeah.
10 years, yeah.
This might be a really smart booking for him, through Survivor Series and maybe even a little beyond, and then set up that feud.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, they have just come out with, gangbusters of chemistry, and then they just leave him as a tag team.
And Stike Leather agrees with you, Golda. He says Uso Penitentiary match. It'll be like a cage thing. I think when he said Uso's stick, he meant shtick. Yiddish Jewish word.
The Uso
hybrid there.
stick.
Yeah,
it's a different show.
Yeah, and don't worry, JD. We're not even going to bring them up.
No, I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Noah brought up a good point. He said Fashion Police are as over as New Day were in 2015. I can see the tie. I mean, they were both ridiculously over the top.
Anything they said or came out of their mouth in a promo is gold, and that's what we're getting right now. I mean, the Fashion Files Police Season 2, whatever, peaks, I'm in.
I was in when they had their little bit of matches, when they were actually getting, time in the ring. Like when Tyler Breeze would disappear, then come in the ring as the janitor or the old lady with the walker. I mean, granted, Gordon is probably giving Jim Cornette a fucking coronary, but I mean, it's entertaining the people, then they're eating it up.
When's the last time that we had a topic about the tag teams where we talked about 6 different tag teams? I know AOP is just a wishful thought here, but they're actually doing something with division. They're having rivalries away from the belt. This is what we've been hoping for. I'm just worried that because we didn't see any of the Diva division, that next week is going to be heavy Divas and the tag teams
Women's
are going to be
division.
productive.
Yeah.
No,
come on, that's term of the past, brother.
No, I'm sorry.
Well, actually, no, you're wrong. We did see some of it.
Well, that was bullshit.
Paws out, claws out.
Oh, God.
Number 2,
the return of the U.S. Title Open Challenge. I am excited for this. Ty Dillinger comes out tonight. Baron, showed his ass, and I like the idea of getting these guys out there. It was a brief match, and Ty, of course, is going to lose. There's no way he's just going to come out of nowhere and beat AJ in the first Open Challenge. This has to run its course at least a little bit. But I really like the concept of having the Open Challenge. I almost wish that the belt was like if they had a belt that was only defended on Tuesday nights instead of the U.S. title. I know that's not possible, but I like this. It shouldn't matter who the champ is. I almost think that stipulation should be put in place as the title holder. Heels can weasel out of it at nights and do bullshit like KO did with his heavily stipulated Open Challenges. But I really like the concept of this because you can march anybody out and you don't know. And they did it really, really well tonight because you still kind of have set up a program with Baron and AJ, but you had an actual match, even brief, with Ty first.
So do you think somebody else is going to come out every week for the challenge and Baron's going to fuck them up every week?
I hope not.
I think that's going to be the running gag until Baron actually faces AJ. And let's just be honest here. If Baron pursues the U.S. title and doesn't win it, how much more buried is he?
Oh, he's already buried as fuck. It doesn't matter.
I know, but this is, to me, a way to bury him further. Like, they could have fed him Mike Canales since they're making him job out because he showed up not in shape. They could feed him the Ascension. have him win in a handicap. They could do whatever they want to try and push him back. This feels like further burying him. I mean, and he looks like an idiot every time he comes out now.
That is true. I do feel like they are kind of even like the whole like making him a referee. I feel like that might have been a rib, but to begin with, and then I mean, it just it doesn't fit his gimmick at all.
Well, they were sitting in the back and they're like, "Oh, we need a guy to go out there to further the KO Shane storyline." Well, we don't have Baron on tonight. Go be a referee for a minute, throw a tantrum, and leave.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot worse they could do to Baron Corbin than pair him up in a program with AJ Styles.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still one of the top guys in the company, and he's going to be in a program with them. So, I mean, maybe they didn't lose all hope, but they realized he's not main event. So they're taking a step back and putting him in the mid-card.
They pulled the rug out from under him relatively quickly, though. No?
It was a lot of backstage stuff.
Well, now here's my thing, Golda. What if this is a true final test? Because AJ can make anyone look good. If Baron gets exposed while AJ is putting on his normal, I mean, his side of every one of his matches is a 4 or 5 star. So if he does that and Baron can't keep up or Baron can't do anything, the crowd's already turned on him. I feel like this might be his literal swan song before he gets repackaged, goes on a house show rotation, something.
I feel like he's the type of guy that won't like take that demotion. I feel like he would fight it.
He'll pull a Ryback?
Yeah, he wouldn't embrace it. He would just say, "All right, fuck you guys, I'm out."
Well, here's the thing, Brian. He made, and this was real, his kayfabe thing. He made a phone call to join the WWE, to get his tryout. He had to, of course, get his tryout and do his training and stuff like that. But he made a phone call and got a tryout. So the point being is he has never really wrestled anywhere else. The guy has no name recognition. He has no open market thing. Ring of Honor, I mean, if he's not getting a pop here, he's not going to get a pop on the indies.
Well, I feel like the biggest problem with Corbin, his problem's not his in-ring work. His in-ring work's not that horrible. I'd rather see him than Roman. But it's the fact that he has no charisma, like, at all whatsoever. He basically just, he's a wet blanket.
And an itchy Twitter finger, too.
Oh, he needs to, him and Trump need to just get their phones taken away.
Yes.
Yeah. Noah and the Twig pointed out that Natty buried Corbin on the mic.
Oh, that was wonderful.
He said that. She said to Carmella, "I'm going to make you the Baron Corbin of the women's division."
That was amazing.
I mean, good job, Two Paws. You finally said something worth a shit. What's on the board before we move on, Brian?
The Twig is just kind of backing up what we're saying. What you're saying, Natalia buried Corbin on the mic tonight.
Oh no!
What's wrong?
Meet Bitch Brian.
Oh yeah,
Shipman's leaving us for the night. Yeah. Hopefully, I like what he said to go out here. Bobby is one of the guys that I feel at some point is going to answer that open challenge.
Oh, that would be great.
And Bobby Roode and AJ in a program together. We mentioned that they were in Fortune together in TNA, and they also wrestled, sometimes, but mostly he was in Beer Money and Team Canada and yada, yada, yada. And, they interacted because, there were neighboring feuds, if you will. But I would love to see that be the program.
I feel like it's kind of weird that you know so much about TNA.
But doesn't know
and dick about WCW.
You don't know fucking Glacier.
Right here, motherfuckers. That's why I know so much about TNA, because AJ really was the guy who brought me to the dance. I went over because I was a Jeff Hardy fan. Jeff Hardy left, Christian left to go be Christian Cage there. I was a big fan. I thought Christian was so underrated, and I followed them over. And what did I discover? I discovered the wonder that is AJ Styles. And slowly I was introduced to guys like Samoa Joe and Christopher Daniels, Petey Williams, Bobby Roode's. Like, I'm sorry, like TNA for a while there was just fucking killing it.
Well,
and
Petey
then
Williams just
that's
came
what
back.
I was just gonna say. Petey Williams is back.
Oh, the Canadian Destroyer.
Yeah,
is
he came
lethal.
in during the X Division match with Sanjay Dutt and Trevor Lee.
There's another.
Probably.
Yeah, and he put Caleb Conley in the Canadian Destroyer.
Jay Lethal's another one, Black Machismo. I mean, just the things that TNA was doing for a while was so good that I got into it, but eventually it just was like, because they didn't know where to go. They brought in old has-beens. It was like the 50-year-old club.
Okay, can I just say one thing that
Please do.
JD said earlier? It's about the previous topic, but he said that at 40 years old, Shelton Benjamin is a better worker than both Seth Rollins and Finn Balor.
I don't know about that.
Better worker?
Maybe like a better pure athlete.
Yeah, I would put him in. I agree with you there, Brian. Is better worker. I mean, Seth and Finn seem to put in their time.
Yes.
Did you see? And we were talking about this last night. Seth, was moving so fast. He's almost returned to form from his injury. Like, and the amount of time you have to put in just to come back from an injury, I don't know if I agree with that entire statement.
And Perfect 11 actually brought up a good one with the whole Baron AJ situation. He said unless they put Baron over, and then in parentheses with help, to put AJ back in the WWE Championship picture and set up AJ Nakamura for the title at Mania. So I guess that way you can kind of have Baron go over and AJ kind of bow out and move on.
And you don't need to push Bobby Roode that quickly to the top. We know he's a future champ.
Oh, yeah.
Without a doubt. Let him flirt with the U.S. title. Let him run with it for a while. Bring some prestige to it post AJ. And again, if he keeps that open challenge, I like the idea again that we have it all the time. What else on the board?
Teddy Hart said that the best thing he ever saw on TNA was the Ric Flair versus Jay Lethal promo that I talked about last week. I think that shit was amazing.
Dude, Jay Lethal was something special. There were rumors in dirt sheet stuff that he was coming to WWE. I wish that
when his
happened.
contract's up, I think he's coming.
Oh, that would be great.
No, I gotta say, Noah's insane. He says bullshit that I said that Benjamin is a better athlete than Rollins. Dude, Shelton Benjamin was a Division I college amateur wrestler.
Go back and watch the athleticism that he showcases in the Money in the Bank matches. Shelton Benjamin is an amazing worker. When he was in his prime, and seeing him even on house shows, I saw him as the world's greatest tag team right up the road in Concord for a Ring of Honor show. The guy can go.
I mean, he basically is Seth Rollins before not Seth Rollins, Kofi Kingston before Kofi Kingston. Remember, Kofi used to have all those amazing ways he didn't get eliminated?
Yeah.
Shelton did that shit first.
But the thing about Shelton, though, is I really think athletically there's really not many that are up there. So, yeah, Noah, I'm sorry. You get this. And we're moving on.
Yeah.
Number 3.
Number 3, United Nations, not so united. We got Rusev, the Bulgarian brute, with Jinder, and Shinsuke and Randy. It was, well, let me just be honest. It was a botch fest. Like, these guys hadn't put in the time to work together and sell each other's moves and get some, I don't know, mat time, whatever you would call it, with each other. Because there were just too many botches.
Dude, the worst botch was when Jinder was supposed to take the vintage Orton and fell off the rope.
Yeah,
that was bad.
Did you see the Orton gave him a little bit of a stiff art? Like, he made sure his head went into the ground when he delivered it, after kind of adjusting.
Hey, don't fuck up, kid.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I'm sure Randy was pretty pissed about that.
Right.
But let's talk about the aftermath real quick here, because we think that Shinsuke is still in the title picture with Jinder, and Rusev and Orton kind of just got programmed in here, but then an RKO out of nowhere ends it. And
now you guys get to see a really ugly bald guy.
Yeah. Why is that bald fuck on my screen?
Because he's the executive producer. He does what he wants.
Can I just say real quickly, since he's putting himself on camera here, this is a guy who says that my ego's so big, but on his show, he has a camera completely dedicated just to his stupid face that you have to watch the whole time. Who's got the ego now? No, he's still got it. It's still there. He forgets all the time that he's on there. He goes, oh, I'm on the camera. Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been there in a long time.
Yeah, no, it's there. It was fucking there last night.
No, it wasn't. It was that screen, but it said Rossum.
No, his little fat face is in the corner.
What are you talking about? No, that's Eric Rowan.
No. God damn it. I hate you.
You talking about in the graphic?
No, when you watch Ross, somebody on the board back me up here. Anybody, please? Not Sierra Ann, because I know she just wants to put me on the list. Anybody else? Anybody at all? Oh, they're on a lag. Maybe they'll chime in.
Yeah.
They're going to chime in that you suck, maybe.
So, RKO out of nowhere. Let's get back on topic.
I loved it. I loved it.
Do we think this inserts? Is this just a stall feud? Do we think this makes it a four-way? Is Randy back in the picture with Jinder and now Shinsuke and Rusev? I mean,
well, they already said that. I mean, the whole thing at SummerSlam, that was to push Randy and to make him look super good. So,
right? And now he's attacking Shinsuke, and his only win was against Rusev. His only win, I think, since Mania was against Rusev.
And Perfect 11 says that Rob's cam was on last night.
Thank you, Perfect 11. I told you his little head is up in the corner.
Oh, that.
I knew
he's
that.
the real ego.
I was just trying to get your blood going.
labeled it, but he's the real.
That's true. He does have his own camera on his show, just to show his fucking mug.
Right, and he could set it up for me. I don't want it. I don't want it. I could complain.
I don't want it for Thursday.
Yeah, exactly. We're not that egotistical. We want the group shot. We want you to see all of us.
It's actually because my head is too giant.
Well, yeah,
Actually,
you have like a Frankenstein fucking
No,
head.
only when you're wearing the shirt, the hat you had on last week. The
Oh,
Busch Gardens?
My Busch Gardens one?
Yes, that was fucking amazing.
Soaking in summer, man.
Yeah, sure it is. Anything else on this topic before we move on?
Yes, Sierra, and that's Adam.
Anything else besides that? No? All
No.
No.
Quick speed round here because he is glorious and deserves his own thing. Bobby Roode, does he get a title shot for the big belt before Mania? Brian.
Title shot?
Title shot, heavyweight. Big
Is
belt.
this speed round?
Speed round.
Yes.
Yes?
Mhm.
When?
Before Mania.
You jackass. Golda.
No, I say no. I say he's the one that takes the U.S. belt off of AJ. This way, AJ's free to go with Nakamura for WrestleMania. And I think he runs with the U.S. title for a little while.
You know what I got for you, Golda? I got a coin because I agree with that 100%. I think he gets the U.S. title and takes it all the way to Mania, loses it, and after Mania, he enters the title picture.
However, I wasn't finished.
Oh, okay.
I don't think
It's
that
a speed round, motherfucker.
This is a speed round.
You keep going.
Oh.
You're fine.
I don't. I don't think he'll. It won't be a program. He'll just get a title shot, and then just so that we can test the waters and see how he is with the main eventers. Then not us, but
he
so
won't.
they can see.
But he won't win.
I don't think he'll win. I think he'll be in a main event title shot match, but I don't think he'll win.
You know, I would say that's a good point, but Noah put that on the board, so I don't know if I agree with that. So
that's true. We can't do
yeah,
that.
he says Nakamura versus Rude and or Styles at the Rumble. That'd be a hell of a little match.
Oh God!
Put the three of them together. Holy fuck, they would tear the house down. I can't disagree with that. Right?
Right. I'm agreeing with you.
All right.
Yeah.
And now it's time for a little more time.
Trivia.
Oh, I didn't know we were doing trivia.
Yeah, I'm going to re-record that since Rob's not on this show.
Oh, now Stevie has to get in on the camera action.
You know, I bought that in Mexico.
Yeah.
Legit.
Brian, can you reach over and get the...
I'm not giving you a reach around. What?
Oh, the fucking whiteboards, dummy.
Oh.
Perfect 11 says Rude gets one because the WWE can't think that far ahead and they'll blow their wad the way they blew it by giving away Nakamura Cena and giving away Nakamura Orton on free TV. It's a good point.
Oh.
I can't disagree with that.
It's just us, dude.
Yeah, I don't know who else I'm handing a fucking
And
whiteboard
Stike
to.
Leather agrees with me. After Mania, he will go into the world title picture. All right. So trivia tonight is going to be a little different here. We're going to do Alias trivia. Alias. I'm going to give you the guy's name, the superstar's name, and you just need to tell me the other alias names he wrestled under, ring names. We're not counting real names. So I'll give you an example. Like if I gave you Mick Foley, yes, we know he wrestled under Mick Foley, but you would have to say Dude Love, Cactus Jack, Jack Foley, and Mankind. Those are the, other personas, just to give you kind of example. Everybody got it? Everybody understand?
Got it, bro.
All right, good. Here we go. We're going to start off with the smallest one on the night because he only went by 3 names other than this one. Seth Rollins, what 3 other names did he wrestle under? 3.
You have to do all 3?
No.
Oh, just one?
You can just guess one.
Brian, if you don't know this one, we are no longer friends.
You are you going to go with the easy one, Golden? You're not going to go with one of the 2 hard ones?
I went with the easy one.
Okay.
That's the only one I know.
All right, Brian, what do you got?
Tyler Black.
Yeah.
Tyler Black. That, of course, is correct. Noah got Tyler Black, too.
Well, I know there was another one when he was in it was like a really big faction. No?
I don't know.
You don't know the other ones? You don't have the
I know
answers?
the names. I don't know if they were parts of factions.
What were the names? Tell us the fucking
Tell
us the fucking names.
Yeah. So the other 2 names that Seth Rollins has wrestled under are Taj the Destroyer. Right.
So,
yeah.
I knew him from Ring of Honor.
Okay, so here's a softball for you. I'm looking for 3 other names that he wrestled under. This is softball. Stone Cold Steve Austin. He went by 3 other names. This one, Goldie, you got to get all 3. This one, you got to get all 3. Ring names. He came down to the ring as 3 other names other than Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Can they be like not Stone Cold but blank Steve Austin, or is it just like totally different names?
What do you got? I'll tell you if you're right or not.
I mean, I remember Stunning Steve Austin.
There you go, Stunning Steve.
Ringmaster.
Ringmaster. What's the third?
I mean, he was in the Hollywood Blondes as Stunning Steve Austin.
The other one is his real name. He went by Steve Williams a little bit.
When he first started, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
I
right.
was going to put that, but I thought that was too easy. That's why I skipped it.
Steve Williams, but then he couldn't be Steve Williams because of
Dr. Death.
Steve
Yes,
Williams.
yes.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, and I was thinking about this earlier. There was Stevie Richards, there was Steve Blackman, and there was Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's why we got William Regal, because they didn't want another Steven. I don't know if you know that's why they made him change, but that shit's true. Next one we have. This is going to be a fun one. I thought Rob was going to be on the show. Big Boss Man went by 5 other names. Name me 2 of them, Golden Brian, because I think one of them's easy. Not counting his real name, of course, Ray Traylor, because he did wrestle under that. But he went by 5 other names.
Fuck.
Daniel Price had Steve Williams.
I just watched the Eric
Perfect
Bischoff
11.
documentary, and he was on it, and I just fucking forgot.
Had Stunning Steve, Ringmaster. A lot of people on the board got that one. That was an easy one. Wow.
Shit.
JD has something good to say. I'm really pumped up for Benjamin. I haven't felt pumped up for one wrestler in years. I swear to God, if they fuck him over again, I'm never watching WWE ever, and I'm serious. I'm a big Shelton Benjamin fan, so I agree. Looks like Daniel Price has one right on the board. What do you got, Golda?
All I got's Bubba Rogers. That's all I remember.
Yes, Big Bubba Rogers was one of them.
I had Big Bubba.
Big Bubba.
And then wasn't he also, it was like
Big Bubba was the one I remembered.
Blue Angel or...
No, that's...
It was
yeah,
I know I'm close.
He went by the Guardian Angel.
Guardian Angel.
That's right, because he's trying to be like a biker.
Yeah. He also went by the Boss, is what Stike Leather got. Daniel Price and Perfect 11. You guys forgot about War Machine.
I have no idea.
Yeah, he went by War Machine, and the only other one that hasn't been said, he wrestled under the
Ray
Man.
Traylor? Oh, the Man?
The Man.
Well, Ray Traylor's his real name.
Yeah,
so
Ray
he
Traylor.
said he's not going to give us that. It's too easy.
Yeah, that one's too easy. We got 2 to go. These are fun ones.
I like this one. This is a fun trivia.
Stop saying this is a fun one. They're all fun.
6 aliases here. I want you to name me 3 if you can. 6 aliases for Hulk Hogan. 6 aliases. One of them is obvious, but he went by 6 other names. See if you can get them. Daniel Price, Big Bubba, and the Midnight Express. No. Guardian Angel, yes. War Machine, yes. Boss, Big Bubba Rogers, the Man, and of course, the Big Boss Man and Ray Traylor. All right, you got to name 3 of these. Golda, we're going to you first.
Mr. America.
Okay, that is correct.
Hollywood Hogan.
Yep.
Thunder Lips.
Oh,
It counts.
I wrote Thunder Lips too.
It counts.
all right. I did not write Thunder Lips.
Because it was a wrestling match, technically, the movie.
He had one. It was something like super Scottish.
No.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
What are the rest of them?
The Twig, by the way, he agrees with you guys. He wrote Thunder Lips, Mr. America, and Hollywood. Daniel Price has one of them that nobody said yet. Terry Boulder, and he's got Super Destroyer.
I like
He went
Super
by
Destroyer one.
Yeah, he went by both of those. Let's see if anyone else names the other one.
Sterling Golden,
Oh, there it
that's
is.
the one.
Sterling Golden. And the only other one that nobody has said here is Hulk Machine. Hulk Machine. Perfect 11 got it. Terry Boulder, Hollywood, Mr. America, Sterling Golden, and Jonathan Durant just says the backstabber.
I think Thunder Lips is appropriate.
I'm giving it to you. Everybody on the board agreed with you. I didn't have it on my list, but I'm counting it. The last one. This is going to be digging in the vaults of your brain here, guys. Kane. And don't write his fucking character name for whatever that stupid movie was. I'm not counting that. He didn't wrestle in that.
See No Evil?
It doesn't apply like Thunder Lips. Sterling Golden. Super Destroyer. Good pulls by our board and our panel. What do you got over there, Golda?
I've got Isaac Yankem, DDS, Fake Diesel, Corporate Kane.
I guess so. Yeah,
I mean,
that's
his name was Kane still.
Yeah, but they called. Remember, because he was Kane, but
if
then
he hadn't already unmasked.
No, but when he was actually like with the Authority, he was called Corporate Kane. But whenever on the same show, he would automatically just show up as Kane. It was Kane.
I don't know. What do you got, Brian?
I had Dr. Isaac Yankem, Diesel, and that was all I had.
That's why I made you guys get a third one. Perfect 11 has
something.
Wow.
Unabomb.
Wow, I am so impressed. Noah pulled this one out of his ass. The Christmas Creature. The Christmas Creature, yeah.
Yeah, they're all a couple of guys said
Perfect
Unabomb.
11 says Unabomb. Yes, he went by Unabomb and Mike Unabomb. Both Stone Age Steve Awesome and Perfect 11 got that. There's a couple others that we missed. I will read them now. He went by Doomsday. He went by Angus King. And he went by Bruiser Mastino. Were the ones that weren't left. And Jonathan Durant just says no one cares. Yeah, I just thought we'd try to have a little fun with this. You never know.
Noah says we're forgetting one.
What are we forgetting?
I don't know.
What are we forgetting, Noah? Put it on the board. Christopher Stikelether got it right. He got 3 of them. So I just thought, we'll have a little fun with it, especially since we didn't have.
He's an angry elf
with us. So
Stikelether, he spelled it Yakim.
Yakim.
Sir Isaac Yakim.
Yakim the Dream. Isaac
yeah.
Yakim the Dream DDS.
Jonathan Duran, who the fuck is Angus King?
Oh, Perfect 11. Thank you. He said this was great. Can we do a few more? Yeah, I'll bring this back on a different week. I don't have anything else for this week. I'm sorry.
This day in wrestling history.
Take it away, Brian.
Alrighty. This day in wrestling history actually goes out to you fans. I want you guys to throw up your favorite memory of this day in wrestling, and let's react to it.
What? I don't know what happened this day in wrestling history.
I don't know what happened in this day in wrestling.
This is your fucking job. This is your segment. If you already checked out, are you really going to do the Superstar Shakeup? Is that what we're going to spend our time on?
I'm actually secretly just messing your show up just so that I can set myself up on Rawsome next Monday.
This day in history, last year, Kevin Owens won the Universal title.
Okay, thank you, Golda, for saving us. Oh, it was because Finn got hurt at SummerSlam.
And then that next day they announced the 4-way, and then
Triple
the week
H.
after.
Yeah, Triple H came out and helped him. That was a good little angle. That was probably the last real swerve angle. And it feels like sometimes just WWE, completely off topic here for a second because Brian didn't prepare. But it feels like that was probably the last time WWE truly swerved us, and it was because of an injury. I almost feel like because of the way the dirt sheets are, especially the way we pay attention to it, and everybody that is in our extended family out there in the marked out world. But I just think that this is the way you have to swerve us now because we know so much going into events and everything that when there's an injury, that's when we get the most swerved. Like, I didn't see Sasha winning the title. I certainly didn't see her dropping it the next night.
Right.
But she was thrown in there because of Bayley. So it's just really weird, but that's the only time it swerved. Noah says, this day in wrestling history for him, over a year ago, I discovered you guys and met some awesome friends.
See, that's why I threw it out there. I knew we were going to get something good.
You brown-nosing little 12-year-old motherfucker, I swear.
Trivia for the panel, Jonathan Durant says, who is the only wrestler in history to win multiple WWE championships and not be in the Hall of Fame?
It's probably a lot of them.
Yeah, there's got to be a lot of them, Jonathan Durant.
Chris Benoit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's first and foremost. I mean, The Rock is technically out there.
Yeah, he's just waiting.
Taker's technically out there.
I mean, really, this day in wrestling, it's just been a bunch of SummerSlam cards. We had the one with British Bulldog and Bret Hart from Wembley Stadium.
Was that the stroke or?
That was what?
Didn't Bret's stroke happen some?
Not in a fucking match.
No, well, it was as a result of.
No, it was after he left
That was in
WCW.
WCW. This is in WWF 24 years ago.
Oh, okay.
When
Sorry,
they had
you
SummerSlam.
didn't preface it 24 years ago.
You think he beat the British Bulldog?
They fought their fucking family.
Fair enough. Well, this was the famous match that they had at Wembley.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. I remember Queen at Wembley.
Queen at Wembley.
Yeah.
Mm.
Is that all you got?
That's all I got, man.
All right.
Let's move on.
You are so ill-prepared. 2 weeks in a row. You've checked out.
SmackDown presents
Good, bad, and glorious.
Go ahead. Make my day.
It is award time, folks. Board, get ready. We're going to start with the good, and we're going to go to Brian. Brian, what was good for you tonight?
My good was seeing Shelton Benjamin back in the ring, man. It's fucking. I mean, I know for me,
long overdue.
Yeah, he's not the greatest guy. I don't think he's gonna be in the title picture, but it's just a nostalgia of him being back on SmackDown. It's pretty cool.
All right, I agree with it. Golda?
For me, it's the greatest referee in the history of the WWE, referee Kevin Owens.
There you go. I'll give it to you because you know what? I wrote down good for me was KO too. I like KO. This angle, and I don't think that many could pull this off. This spoiled, whiny brat, like, oh, my boss didn't give me what I want. It's a completely different angle. It's not. A lot of times when they do the attack the GM angle, it feels a little bit Austin McMahonish. This doesn't feel that way at all.
Yeah, angry KO is much better for WWE TV than whiny, bitchy. I'm the face of America, Kevin Owens. That shit didn't work.
And I just want to say, I think that was probably a Guinness Book of World Records for the quickest 3 count ever.
It's pretty quick.
It definitely was.
Pretty quick.
JD says Magnum TA debuted in 1980 on this day. Good. That's a good one.
That's a pretty good one.
Yeah. What's on the board for good?
Just right now, Noah says his good was Mike Kanellis' song and his kiss lips on his ass.
It was almost looked like Mr. Ass, a couple of his little outfits.
A little bit. Speaking of him, I mean, Gold and I were talking about it before. There's been pictures of him going around because we all know that he's been pretty open about his prescription pill thing. But he's been looking a lot better since he first debuted. So props to him.
And there was dirt sheet stuff that basically he was getting buried because he showed up out of shape after being signed. So Twig says open challenge. That was him. Christopher Stikelether, good. Natalia telling Carmella that she will be the female Baron Corbin. Absolutely. Rob to save the day. So we've got next up is going to be our bad late good there for Perfect 11. AJ making the U.S. title look good. AJ does everything well.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we can't say that enough. Of course, the bad is next. Golda, will you honor us with your bad?
It's Baron Corbin. Anything he touches is bad.
Anything he touches is bad. I'm going to give you so many coins for that. It's going to be awesome. Also, Brian, bad for you.
My bad was the Ellsworth Carmella promo. And thankfully, and this is even just weird hearing me say it, Natty saved it. She really did.
That is the weirdest thing that's come out of your mouth, and it's so true. Because Natty did save it. Because Ellsworth, I'm sorry, he looked like a bad 80s actor or like the guy in porn that doesn't fuck.
Because he usually looks bad, but he looked especially bad tonight.
Yeah. I mean, it was just bad. My bad was all the botches in the main event. I just thought that those guys, it's a main event. You should have put some time and effort into that match. It had 4 good, solid workers in there that you could have showcased, and you didn't. The only thing that we really remember or even gave a shit about was the RKO out of nowhere at the end. That's it.
Yeah, Perfect 11 says Tamina and Lana, but we wouldn't know because we skipped over that whole segment.
No, there was a reason we skipped over that segment. I mean, look at the board. Twig says Tamina and Lana. Stikelether, Tamina and Lana. Perfect 11, Tamina and Lana. I mean, and bad for Noah, the camera guy, not focusing on Lana's dress the whole Tamina match. So everybody's mentioning that shit. So we were running late. My fault. I'll break kayfabe. It was my fault.
Well, plus we wanted to show Medine the promo with Cena and Reigns last night,
and we wanted to talk about with Medina a little bit, and Brian and Rob wanted to do bumps with Kiera, not like cocaine bumps, in case anyone out there thinks I mean
wrestling
that.
training.
Yes,
bumps.
wrestling training.
Yes, wrestling training. So there was that. It is what it is. We're gonna move on to the glorious. My glorious, because I didn't get to give it to him last week when he debuted because I wasn't here, is gonna be Bobby Roode. Why is he glorious for me tonight? Because Rob doesn't get him on Mondays. That's why. What do you got, Brian?
Mine is just the whole AJ Styles bringing back the U.S. Open Challenge. The whole thing with it is just it's limitless. You can have him as the fighting champion, and you can have really any guy fill in each week, and he'd have a great match, and I'd have no problem with it.
And it kind of it's the only aspect I liked about the
What's up, Kiara?
Yeah, it's the only aspect I liked about the hardcore challenge was that it could be
Sure.
that was the only thing I liked about that belt being 24/7. Golda, what do you got? What's your glorious?
Oh, it's the Fashion Files. Back to basics, baby.
Season 2.
Dude, that whole package was fucking great. From the start, when they're talking about the black light, I was waiting for him to go on somebody's face and have a bunch of stuff all over.
I thought that's what they were. I didn't realize that their new shirt was blacklight intensive. I thought they were going to show some stains on Dango's shirt or something like that. I thought they were going to go there because let's be honest. They talked about anal probing, so why would they not talk about stains on his shirt? I don't know. Monica Lewinsky bringing that up. Who knows? Who booked that? Oh wait, glorious for the board.
Let's see. Glorious for the board. Christopher Cycler says Shelton Benjamin finally returning. Jonathan Duran, of course. Yes, Paige in porn is glorious. I guess so. Glorious for Perfect 11. Fashion Files is the only thing I want to watch, and watched it again tonight.
Yes.
And Noah says his glorious was Bobby Roode, since that award is named after him.
Perfect 11 says Lana and Tamina are in the remake of She's All That nobody asked for. I like that. I like it. Who booked that? Who booked that board? Get yours ready. Glorious. Noah says Bobby Roode because it's named after him. Yes. Yes, Noah. I'll give you a coin for that. KO on the mic, killing the announcers before stealing the ref shirt. I agree, Twig. That is a good glorious. I'll give you a coin as well. Who booked that? Who booked that? I got your bad, everybody. That's where I put my who booked that for the Lana Tamina shit. That's my who booked that. What do you got over there, Brian?
Mine is Ty Dillinger coming out during the Open Challenge. I liked it if they continue it and he comes out next week and tries and has a match. But if they're just doing it and Baron Corbin comes out and just completely squashes the whole thing.
Next week, if Sami Zayn comes out to challenge AJ and Baron crushes him, you're not okay with it?
Unless they further it with Ty. Unless if this is just it and then they move on and there's no mention of Ty next week, it's just continuing to bury him.
Okay. I'll give it to you. What do you got, Golda?
James Ellsworth trying to act. Why would you even let him have that much time to talk? It's so bad.
You know what, though? James Ellsworth turning a fucking just destruction from Braun into a career. I'm sorry. He's living our dream. Let's just be honest. He doesn't really have to do anything. He accompanies a female to the ring, and he gets TV time and a paycheck. Sorry, James Ellsworth, we hate you because now we're jealous.
How much do you guys think he actually makes?
It doesn't matter.
No, it's a serious question.
I'm going to say that he probably makes a couple grand at most an appearance.
Yeah, so if he has a 50 appearances, that's 100. I was figuring.
You're saying per appearance, or you just
I'm
for a year?
saying at most he makes somewhere between 1,000 and 2,000 an appearance.
Maybe. I would say. For the year, I would say between 2 and 300.
No.
James Ellsworth?
No.
2?
No, between 75 and 125.
Yeah, I would say somewhere around there.
Yeah. Heath Slater's,
Maybe not 3.
Heath Slater's making 250. So
5 years ago, the top woman on the roster was only making 90.
Yeah, and James Ellsworth is almost like the top woman. So
basically,
he won the Money in the Bank
twice.
True.
Who booked that for the board?
Who booked that for Noah? KO being the ref. It was funny, but it made no sense when you think about it, since he wasn't an official referee.
It made sense for storyline purposes.
Yeah,
Shane.
Yeah, exactly.
It was fine.
Yeah. Let's see. Who booked that for I'm Becky Lynch and I Want to Marry Noah? Me and my BBF Charlotte, not on SmackDown.
Yeah, you had an update on Flair, didn't you, Brian?
Well, he had tweeted out that he was just saying that he's going to be back, and
He was up walking around, is what we reported last night.
Yeah.
And JD is just going off. He's on the wrong show, but he says, who booked that Cena and Roman? And it's just going off. They're the damn mirror, and I hate all this. Yeah.
And Perfect 11 says, I said it before, but jobbing the Ascension when they could have had Benjamin and Gable go over local talent instead. I agree with that. I mean, personally, I like seeing the Ascension out there, but yeah, whatever. Let them
like they
go
did
over
at Tamina.
Some jobbers, right?
Like,
yeah.
I mean,
who was that jobber? By the way,
it's in Arkansas. Maybe there
cares?
just wasn't any jobbers in Arkansas.
The Twig had a good one on the board. I got to go back up to it. But he said, "What?
Giving the Singh brothers so much TV time."
Yeah, the Singh brothers did. What the hell was that?
I didn't mind it. They kind of looked
it
like
was
the
too
groveling.
long. I thought it was too long.
Yeah, maybe it ran a little long.
The music interruption could have happened much sooner. Is my instance. Who got the rub? Who got the rub for me? Is Aiden English. Even though he got a quick count win, and Shane says it doesn't count, it's being stricken from the record books. Aiden English got on TV, got a promo, got some time. I mean, he's slowly being worked in there. I mean, isn't he part of the Rocks family or somebody he's married to?
No, Guerrero.
Guerrero, yeah, he's married to Eddie Guerrero's daughter.
Yes, there you go. So he's part of the WWE's family, and I like to see him finally getting some push because let's face it, he had some heat as a heel tag team in NXT, and they've done nothing up until the last few months with him, since moving him up over a year ago. So I'm happy for him. He got my rub. What do you got, Golda?
Besides Rhea Ripley, who's in the Mae Young Classic, I would give her the rub. I already called dibs on her, Brian.
You should
can't
put
have
that
her.
up in the camera.
I will when I'm done.
No.
But who really got the rub was Ben Gable.
Ben Gable?
Ben Gable.
Ben Gable.
Shelton Benjamin
you rub
and
it into
Chad
your
Gable.
muscles?
Yes. It makes you feel all hot and bothered.
All right. What do you got over there, Brian? Who's your rub?
Who did Canales go against?
Canales, shit. I wrote it down. He went against Bobby Roode.
Bobby? Nah.
Bobby destroyed him.
Yeah, he destroyed him. I guess, yeah, it really has to go to Aiden. I mean, he got to win, like you said. It doesn't matter how he did it. He still got to win on SmackDown, so.
Yeah. JD says the Asian referee got a rub. He did get involved. Perfect 11. He says he agrees with me. Aiden English and his weird horror opera theme music. That was fucked up. He's never won, I don't think, since having that music. So we were all caught off guard by that.
It hasn't played that long before, yeah.
Yeah. Twig says Ty Dillinger, quick match, but great work. So he got the rub for him. Rusev from Lana for Noah, of course. And
did you see why?
I didn't want to read why.
JD says we need Scott Steiner to put him straight.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I would love just to have one more Scott Steiner promo on WWE TV.
We got Mini Scotty back in TNA, so maybe he can make the jump over to NXT, and boom! We got Mini Scott Steiner again and Petey Williams.
So Fashion Files had a lot of the lines of the night, but I have a couple extra ones. Of course, we mentioned the Baron Corbin of the women's division from Natty. That was a great line. But I also liked KO's line about the unrefined Arkansas hillbillies. I love the way KO takes shots at the local crowds and stuff like that. And I don't understand why the local crowds think, like, for a second that he's going to say something good about them. He always baits them in just perfect. What do you got? Any lines of the night for you guys?
For me, it was when KO was talking trash to Byron. When he first sat down, Byron was talking ill of how Shane really should have did what he did at the previous Tuesday, and then fucking Kevin Owens was just laying into him. That was great.
Okay. What do you got, Brian? Anything?
Yeah, I had written down earlier that the whole "I'll make you the Baron Corbin of the women's division" by Natty.
Okay.
I thought that was awesome.
All right, Board, if you want to put some lines of the night up there, you can. I wanted to talk about something that I got a little education this week, courtesy of Bruce Pritchard on his Something to Wrestle show. He pointed out something because they were talking about Little Nate. Everybody knows Little Nate, referee Chris Robinson.
Yes.
He works with
Charles Robinson.
Charles Robinson.
Who the
Sorry.
fuck is Chris Robinson?
Chris Robinson is Black Crowes lead singer. That's spaced.
Round here.
Yeah.
No, that's the other
Counting
Crows.
You fucking idiot. That's God. Even your insults are off. Killing me. Anyway, he pointed out. They asked Bruce. Conrad asked him. He said, "Why was Little Nate always in Flair's matches?" And he pointed out that when you get a referee that you work with really well, that you get in this rapport with them, and it's kind of like you can keep that referee with you after the rivalry. So I might have a great rivalry with Brian and love working with him, but I can't work with him forever. I can take the referee with me to the next match. And the reason we don't see the old school referees as much now is because these younger referees are working with the wrestling talent as they're coming up, and the wrestling talent kind of picks who their ref is based on who they work well with, who knows their spots. That's why you still see Mike Chioda walk out there with the old legend type guys, and that's why you see all these new refs like the Asian guy getting a pop tonight, coming in, and that's something in the business I never really knew that's kind of how the referees work.
Yeah, it's kind of like in the 80s, Ric Flair used to take George South around with him a lot to all the territories because he knew him and George South worked well together, and he would always put on a good match but do the job well. So George South would travel with him for it.
Yeah. I mean, they're essentially the third person in the match. I mean, they're just as important as the heel or the face, if you will.
Oh, yeah. And the working relationship has got to be, like you said, it's almost like a dance partner is the way they compared it. So I like that. Were there any line of the nights before we move on from the board?
Let's see. Perfect 11, his Fashion Files. What's that? A championship? No, it's a belt. No, that's not what it was. It's a title.
It's a title.
You fucked it up, Perfect 11. Such a great inside joke. Yeah, but you fucked it up.
Yeah, I thought someone was being perfect, huh?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Fucker.
Line of the night for Jonathan Durant, and tonight after SmackDown. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
an old joke.
JD mentioned Dolph, his promo. Rob, I don't know what Rob was on tonight because he again bought in. He said he's looking forward to next week.
Me too.
Really?
Yeah, I had him wrote down as my good until the Fashion Files came on. I had to scratch that off and move KO up to good.
Wow. So Ziggler.
I mean, I'm interested. He's talking different. Like he's angry at the business. How things are going. It seems like it might go in a different direction. But I'm excited to see it.
It sounded like a rant that I don't see where it's going to go. I mean, yeah, it was a different promo or whatever tonight from him, but I just don't see it has any legs.
This was the same exact thing he was saying during the Superstar Shakeup with Shinsuke his first feud. He was saying that he doesn't get the stuff that he deserves, the credit that he deserves. I've been here for 10 years. It's the same shit. Just a year later.
Now I'm going to change my whole attitude. No, you're not. You're still going to do the same Shawn Michaels stolen moves in the ring. Yes, you can go, but he's like the Carlos Mencia though of moves. All his moves are stolen. Ooh. He doesn't really have any uniqueness.
That's rough to say because he does stand-up stand-up comedy.
Yeah.
Wow, too. Brian, today is not your day, man.
Today?
At least he's not trying to say Maharaja.
Mahajara.
Terrible. Let's move on to this. Daniel Price, I hope you're still with us.
You've got mail.
So we got a phone call, a little voice message. Let's play it right now.
Okay, Nikita, try now. I think I get through.
Okay, thank you, Uncle Ivan. I don't know how much time I have because Uncle Ivan break the phone line using only Russian chain and Vietnamese hookers. They know you long time, but they get tired very quickly. Nikita had bones to pick. Steve Awesome, why you were so impersonating me? Nikita don't like this. Do Nikita need to come to North Carolina and kick your ass? Nikita been there before for matches when green card was still good. You think you got too good Nikita impression? No, very, very bad. And why you say things about me always mentioning toilet paper? You know you appreciate toilet paper. You very old fart. You know you walk up here to school in both ways in snow and wipe ass with steel catalog. And you know...
Nikita, you know they make this thing called internet now and Skype.
Shut up, Barry Darso. Fake Russian killer Christian. You know the Russian. You go back into demolition crew and mash things. You see what Nikita did. Nikita makes funny. He's funnier than you, Steve Awesome.
Nikita, baby, listen, it does me, if you could just pass it there. Simmer the hell down.
You shut up, Dusty. You go back to your American baby. Leave Nikita alone and...
By God, the Russians are just insulted the American Green King.
Jesus Christ, Bob. Why everyone got to interrupt me when I'm trying to make a point? Anyway, Steve Awesome, you stop imitating me or we have big problems. You used to work for NBA? Well, let Nikita tell you something, brother. Mess with me, you keep impersonating me, I come to America, I come to North Carolina, I come to Charlotte, and and NBA would stand for Nikita beat ass.
All right. So, from what I understand, this has caused a little heat in the Marked Out family. And episode 200 coming up on Monday night. Episode 200. It's been a long journey, folks. The original fake Nikita will be addressing that message. Make sure you tune in. Episode 200. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. And Nikita will answer those shots fired.
And I'll be drunk.
Yeah. Gold will be drunk. What does that take?
It takes a good bit.
It takes a good
Fireball, right? That's your...
Oh, no. Saturday, I had half of a half gallon of Jim Beam Red Stag Black Cherry Whiskey.
So you had a quarter of a gallon?
Yes.
No. Quarter of a half gallon?
Yeah, it's a quarter gallon. Yeah.
Okay. I had half of a half.
Well,
yes.
Well, Brian, while you want to talk, why don't you plug your show on Thursday?
I don't ever want to talk. Yeah, guys, on Thursdays, we do the NXT show.
Episode 199.
Yes, that is 199, good sir. And we will be discussing everything and anything NXT. Please listen. Golda will be there. Mr.
Yes.
Roddy Rob will be there. I think we'll have the trio back together again.
Jonathan Durant says it's a mix, that the phone call was a mix of Dikembe Mutombo, the Cookie Monster, and a drunken Triple H.
Cookie.
Oh, that's fun. We've also got, of course, the Bubba Radio Army show, our weekly squash. Every week, it's exclusive. No DVR. Can't record it, as Rob says. Got to tune in 10 o'clock. And we don't know our ratings there, so tune in. Enjoy. It covers the whole week. Kind of
They're
blends
probably
together.
great.
Yeah.
They're probably through the roof.
Yeah, and today I just inked down probably our best, whole highest profile guest for the Indie McIndie Face show, the owner of Wrestle Circus, which is one of the top indie promotions in the whole country. He was going to be on an interview with me, Brian, and Rob on Thursday, so we're going to have that up as soon as we can. I'm real excited.
That'll be great. It's just the three of us, so we progressed pretty quickly. I like this. It's kind of fun.
It is nice.
It's good to have participating hosts.
Wow.
I don't know who
Nobody's
that.
paying attention.
I'm not even sure who I was throwing a shot at for that one.
I'm just going to start typing on the board now.
Yeah, it's definitely not Rob. Last call, everybody. On the board, get yours ready. We're going to go to Brian first for your last call, sir.
Well, for my last call, this will be my my last Tuesday for a little bit. For the time being, I don't know.
You're at least announcing that you're going to take time off instead of just not showing. That's cool.
No, we're switching, man. I'm going to be on Mondays now, brother. So I'll be here for the 200th show. I'm excited.
We'll all be here for the 200th show. It's
That's
Labor
true.
Day.
That's true.
We're going to cook out. We're going to have a good time.
Oh, yeah, we have to tell Medina about that, too.
Yeah, we kind of mentioned it before. He was like, huh, what?
Wait, let's just break kayfabe for a second here and explain what Gold is talking about. So Medine gets pissy when we have our group thread of our Marked Out Immediate family. He gets pissy if he gets blown up with too much, so he told us to take him off the thread. Last time we took him off the thread, we did a gathering, and we thought he was part of the thread, and he didn't get an invite to, and then...
Yeah, he got mad.
Yeah, and so now we've been talking about this for Monday. We forgot to tell him when he was in studio earlier, but he does not know about Monday because he's not in the right group thread again. And so he's going to be butthurt. This guy's going to quit on us. He's going to think we don't like him.
No. We love Medina.
I'll text him tomorrow. I'll let him know.
And finishing my final thought, too.
Maybe we will, Teddy.
This week, I will be rolling out the first episode. It's not really going to be consistent. It'll be maybe every month or so. I don't know. But
it'll be like you.
Yes, it'll be like me. Fuck you, Adam.
Very inconsistent. Got it.
Not anymore, brother. Well, actually, fuck you, because I'm not going to be on Tuesday. So, yeah, you're right. I won't be here. But the Power Slam Dance show, I will be throwing out something for that. My first guest was Jake from Pollyanna. He makes a lot of pins and a lot of different T-shirts and stuff for a lot of the wrestlers in the Charlotte area. Check his stuff out. Pollyanna at, Pollyanna Big Cartel. You'll find it. He's got a Macho Man pin. There's a lot of cool shit. But we had a cool conversation not too long ago, and I'm excited to be finally releasing that to the world.
Did he do the pins for PWX?
Yes.
I thought so. Nice.
Awesome. What do we got on the board? Anybody get a last call on there?
No. Dana Price. He says, if I do not see you guys for a while, take care and be well. I hope the show continues to grow and go well in the meantime. Steve, go ahead and hit me hard. Take it easy, everyone.
Whoa.
Where the fuck is he going?
Daniel Price, are you taking some time off? Going away?
Let us know, man. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, Perfect 11 already put it on the board. Last call for Jonathan Durant. Fuck it, I'm not going to read this ahead of time. The WWE marketing monkey machine and storyline writers better start making WWE interesting because the ratings are ass. Don't fuck up Sheldon. And, of course, he wants to fuck Paige. Last call for Noah. SmackDown kind of felt just like filler for further storyline, but still somewhat entertaining. Also, Becky Lynch, thank you for all the kind messages. I love you, my Irish teddy bear. Real quickly, Noah, I absolutely 100%. That's my final thought. Last call here. I agree with you. I thought tonight, they marched a lot of people out there. It did seem like a lot of filler there, but again, I think they're doing a little bit of the, pop test, kind of see who's going to get over. This is the time when they just that's what happens to me. They look at these people, and so I'm glad they're marching a lot of them out as filler to see what pops, what sticks, who can go in these 5-10 minute matches. Because SmackDown, let's be honest, their matches go almost as long as their intros a lot of times because they only got 2 hours. Hell, we see more match in a thumbnail than we do in the regular screen.
That's true.
So, those are the longest matches, I feel, are the ones that last over a commercial break. But I also agree with JD. Don't fuck Shelton up. I really think that it's perfect here that he's with Gable. I like the character angle. I don't want to see it long, but I like that he can get, back into the swing of things and the WWE, universe, the way they work and operate, because it's been a long time. Shelton's been gone at least 5 years, maybe 7. I'm not positive on that. I'm just throwing some fucking numbers out off the top of my head.
Longer than that.
Is it longer than that?
I think it was 10 years he hasn't been on SmackDown.
Wow. Well, on SmackDown, he was on Raw before he left. So that you know how they play those stats.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I want to say like 2009-ish.
Yeah, remember the first time ever Orton and Cena was a few months ago ever on SmackDown Live? Well, because it was the first time on SmackDown Live. They play that bullshit all the time.
Or kind of like KO and Shinsuke. That was the first time they ever wrestled. Forgetting the barn burn of a match they had in Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
Completely.
Dumb shit that I thought of. What if Baron Corbin is a better ref than a wrestler?
This has been another edition of Dumb Shit that Adam Bomb thought of.
That is it, folks. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back, of course, next week for another SmackDown. You got Takedown. Fuck it. On Thursday. You got the Weekly Squash. You got Brian and Golda's shows coming up. We got all sorts of stuff coming up. We just keep growing and growing and growing. Tune in next time. Same Smart time. Same Smart channel.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
MOWP Podcast is recorded, edited, distributed, and marketed at U-Record Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. For more information on optimizing your podcast for increased listenership, check out U-Record on Facebook, Twitter, and email sales@urecordstudios.com or visit the website www.urecordstudios.com.
Yes! 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 Yes!
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.
And then you can put it in a brown paper bag.